Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MRecktv.
MRecktv breaking news.
Wells Fargo tells customers it's shuttering all personal lines of credit. Key points. The bank is shutting down all existing personal lines of credit in coming weeks and no longer offers the product, according to customer letters reviewed by CNBC. The product, which typically gave users $3,000 to $100,000 in revolving credit lines, was pitched as a way to consolidate higher-interest credit card debt, pay for home renovations, or avoid overdraft fees on linked checking accounts. With its latest move, Wells Fargo warned customers that the account closures may have an impact on your credit score, according to a frequently asked questions segment of the letter. Wells Fargo is ending a popular consumer lending product, angering some of its customers, CNBC has learned. The bank is shutting down all existing personal lines of credit in coming weeks and no longer offers the product, according to customer letters reviewed by CNBC. The revolving credit lines, which typically let users borrow $3,000 to $100,000, were pitched as a way to consolidate higher-interest credit card debt, pay for home renovations, or avoid overdraft fees on linked checking accounts. Wells Fargo recently reviewed its product offerings and decided to discontinue offering new personal and portfolio line of credit accounts and close all existing accounts, the bank said in the 6-page letter. The move would let the bank focus on credit cards and personal loans, it said. Wells Fargo CEO Charles Scharf has been forced to make difficult decisions during the coronavirus pandemic, offloading assets and deposits and stepping back from some products because of limitations imposed by the Federal Reserve. In 2018, the Fed barred Wells Fargo from growing its balance sheet until it fixes compliance shortcomings revealed by the bank's fake account scandal. The asset cap has ultimately cost the bank billions of dollars in lost earnings, based on the balance sheet growth of rivals including JP Chase and Bank of America over the past 3 years, analysts have said. It has also affected Wells Fargo's customers. Last year, the lender told staff it was halting all new home equity lines of credit, CNBC reported. Months later, the bank also withdrew from a segment of the auto lending business. With its latest move, Wells Fargo warned customers that the account closures may have an impact on your credit score, according to a frequently asked questions segment of the letter. Another part of the FAQ asserted that the account closures couldn't be reviewed or reversed. We apologize for the inconvenience this line of credit closure will cause, the bank said. The account closure is final. Simplify offerings. Wells Fargo didn't directly answer questions as to what role, if any, the Fed asset cap played in its latest move. The bank gave this statement, "In an effort to simplify our product offerings, we've made the decision to no longer offer personal lines of credit as we feel we can better meet the borrowing needs of our customers through credit card and personal loan products." Customers have been given a 60-day notice that their accounts will be shuttered, and remaining balances will require regular minimum payments, according to the statement. The move is a strange one given the banking industry's need to boost loan growth. After a burst of commercial lending during the early days of the pandemic, loan growth has been hard to muster. Corporations have used money raised in stock and debt issuance to retire bank credit lines, and consumers stuck at home had fewer reasons to use credit cards. In fact, Last year big banks experienced the first aggregate drop in loans in more than a decade, according to Barclays bank analyst Jason Goldberg. Of the 4 largest U.S. banks, Wells Fargo saw the worst decline. After banks saw that borrowers held up far better than they had initially feared, the industry recently began marketing new credit cards with large sign-on bonuses in an effort to boost lending. Making the switch. Wells Fargo doesn't disclose how many customers use the credit lines it is eliminating. It had $24.9 billion in loans in a category called Other Consumer as of March, which was 26% lower than the year earlier period. One customer said the change is prompting him to switch banks after more than a decade with Wells Fargo. Tim Tomasi, a Portland, Oregon, programmer, said he used a personal line of credit linked to his checking account to avoid expensive overdraft fees. "It's a bit upsetting," Tomasi said in a phone interview. "They're a big bank, and I'm a small person, and it feels like they're making decisions for their bottom line and not for customers. A lot of people are in my position, they need a cushion every once in a while from a line of credit." Tomasi said he is considering opening an account at Ally or Chime, banking players that don't charge overdraft fees. This just in. Why is Wells Fargo shutting down all of its existing personal lines of credit? Wells Fargo received backlash after customers found out that the bank would be ending all personal lines of credit within the next 2 months. Wells Fargo, one of the largest banks in the U.S., faced backlash by consumers and policymakers this week over their move to close down all existing personal lines of credit in coming weeks and has stopped offering the product, CNBC reports. This news comes as the financial giant tries to rebuild its image after a major account scandal rocked the organization in 2016. The bank was found to have been pressuring branch workers to open more accounts, leading to over 3.5 million fake accounts between 2002 and 2017. Once the lawsuit was settled, the U.S. Federal Reserve restricted how the bank could manage financial assets until they showed that their practices have been improved and were in compliance with the law. In simple terms, this means that the federal government places a cap on the number of loans, securities, and other financial assets the bank could take on. CNBC has reported that these caps have made it difficult for the bank to compete with rivals in the sector, including J.P. Morgan Chase and Bank of America. How were members notified of the change? The personal lines of credit that will be discontinued ranged in value from anywhere between $3,000 to $100,000. Last year, Wells Fargo also stopped issuing a few other lines of credits, including those for home equity and some of the auto loans offered. In a statement offered to CNBC, the bank said that cutting these lines of credit was done in an effort to simplify our product offerings, and that by eliminating these loans, the bank will better meet the borrowing needs of our customers through credit card and personal loan products. However, on the Wells Fargo website, the page offering these loans is still active even though a letter obtained by CNBC stated that all accounts would be closed within the next 60 days. The letter contained a frequently asked questions section that warned holders of the loan that their credit score could be impacted. In response, Senator Elizabeth Warren tweeted, "Not a single Wells Fargo customer should see their credit score suffer just because their bank is restructuring after years of scams and incompetence."
MRecktv breaking news.
No, you're the plug and such. You a joke's bound to happen if you slipping or you lacking. I'm gripping on the matching, ready for the action. Shots will make you break dance and have you do a backspin. I got more kicks than karate flicks. My whole team pushing Maserati whips. You on IG liking thotty pics. Shorty pocket broke, but her body fixed. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. Let's cut him new.